yesterday, or was it 2 days ago, when they found out Biden's in the White House. Did you see it? He's downstairs, and he's down there walking with a mic, smiling. Mind you, kids are literally dead in a Christian school, like a place that the last place that you would think somebody would come in and start killing people. He's down. He's like, hey, I heard that I only came down here for ice cream. I heard there was chocolate chip ice cream. I'm coming down here for ice cream. Mind you, everybody's laughing and clapping because he's the most coddled, old, senile freaking guy. Dude, it's embarrassing. As much shit people talk about Trump, and we're all learning now how the whirlwind of evil that was behind Trump not to get in, and then all those years following to get him out, impeachment farce and all that crap. It's like Joe Biden is just hanging on by a thread, and then he's like, whose kids are those in the back? Have those kids stand up. Why are you always playing games with kids and talking about dumb shit, and nobody holds him accountable?
Right.
You know that, right? Nobody has, and I've seen him live. Just recently, I saw Biden stand up. Dodge, I'm pretty sure you saw this. He stood up and he goes, you know what? Republicans are the ones that want to defund the police, and Republicans said defund the FBI.
Right.
And not one, that's why when Trump said the news media is the enemy of the people, they are. Not one of them raised their hand and said, wait a minute, excuse me, sir, you're lying. When the hell did one Republican ever utter those stupid ass words? It's the Democratic Party, because they do like kowtow shit to everybody that wants to hear shit.
Well, let me be the first, if no one's ever said this, and this is not the views of Valuetainment or anybody at Valuetainment, but Joe Biden is a dumbass. A senile dumbass. And he's offensive. To me, as a black man, I remember when he was running and he said, if you don't vote for me, you're not black. And I was like, excuse you?
You ain't black.
Yeah.
Like, who are you to tell me what?
So question you, Shamar, because I know you didn't. You're not black. You ain't black.
I don't know. Every day I wake up, I don't know.
Like, listen, you ain't black, but guess what? Dodge is red as shit.
Leave a comment. It's Shamari Black.
Yeah. Like Hillary, I carry hot sauce in my pocket.
Oh yeah,
swag.
And it just, I'm telling you, that one side.
For shizzle, my nizzle.
Yeah. That one side could get away with murder. But I want to go back to what I was talking about. And me and Kelly, we were talking about this, about the kids. It's like these kids today have zero chance, man. They are, think about it, Christy. So they're a kid that's in the womb in a woman right now, okay? You not only have to hope that she's healthy, that you're healthy, correct? And that she's not injecting vaccines and one of those. Like, I have people, trust me, in my life that are like, oh, my kid, as soon as it's out, I'm jabbing. That's how brainwashed these people are. And then the thing about it, goes from there, then not getting aborted, to medications that they just, parents, nowadays, bro, if the kid's crazy or whatever, what are all those drugs? Ritalin and all that shit that makes them bananas, right? And then they neglect them. Then they're sexualizing them in school. We're all seeing what they're doing to kids. I saw a video of, when I say drag, I'm not talking about the drag queen that, you know, where it's like a white guy with a blonde wig and they have a dress on. No. This dude was wearing a G-string. Strippers. Let me explain something to you. I love that you said that. Call it what it is. It wasn't a drag show. It was strippers in front of children. 3, 4-year-olds. So what hope do these kids have? And then from there, we bring them to all that, and then safety. You're putting these people in a school. Kelly, can you put up the Instagram picture that I showed you? Yeah. You mentioned it. I want everybody to see this. And Kelly, you actually mentioned this, Christy.
Oh, yeah.
Here's a different perspective on school shootings, all right, with guns. We defend our president with guns. Our celebrities, guns. Our banks, guns. Our courts, guns. Our jewelry stores, our sporting events, our music festivals, guns. You know how we defend our children? With a sign that says, this is a gun-free zone. Yeah. They have no chance, and I don't know, what do you guys think? I'm gonna go to both of you. What is going on with this movement about not giving a shit about them, and the sexualization is like, what's the shift? Is it the lack of the religious? Talk to me.
I mean, I think it's just everything's been so politicized that we end up losing. Like, they talk about not putting security in front of schools, that we don't have the funds, that we're already in debt, but yet we're sending money to Ukraine.
Hundreds of billions of dollars.
Millions upon millions of dollars. When I think I saw a post on Instagram where it was like, they did the math according to all the public schools, and I guess one armed veteran in each school would be equivalent to like a little over $9 million or something like that.
A year?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is like completely doable, I think. But because everything's so politicized, I think our higher ups just want to remain in power. And so they put the money where they deem fit for them. And we end up losing. I feel like we lack in protecting our own ground, and we just go into everything else. And the ones who end up losing are always
because and you know why they're
defenseless.
giving all this money to Ukraine? Because there's money over there. We want to
Right.
invest in that land and the
We're not taking
strategic.
care of people
oh yeah,
here.
because mind you, I am a United States Air Force veteran. Trust me, I know many sane, out of work or struggling veterans that would jump at that job in a heartbeat.
Right.
In a heartbeat. And mind you, just like you said, give them a mental. The examination, have them be
Yeah.
safe. I'm not talking about somebody the other day was like, you want to send, real talk. Somebody was like, because they saw me talking on Pat's podcast, you want to send a guy that's been to war with PTSD? I go, who the hell said that? You think all veterans have been like shot at and soldiers? I go, bro, not the majority of them haven't been to war. Do you feel me? Like, Dodge, what do you think about that?
Yeah, I mean, the care is absolutely terrible.
not there.
It's been terrible for veterans really since they came back from Vietnam.
Yeah.
And you see the list of priorities, and it's interesting because Dwight Eisenhower once warned us of the industrial military complex of spending on the military going up and up and up.
Yeah.
But it never comes back to the actual
Never.
veterans.
And
Yeah.
it's like, dude, there's a force. I don't know if it's what it is, bro. I mean, China's completely winning all the time when it comes to us. Think about it. China could do whatever they want with TikTok. Kelly, I know
my
you talk
gosh.
about the TikTok. They're killing the brains of the kids.
I feel like social media in general is bad for kids. Social media in general is bad for kids.
And why would you say that, Kel? What do you,
There's so much online bullying. There's so much pressure. It used to be like way back when I was a kid, magazines.
Kelly, you're
were-
22 years old. Relax. I love Kelly's like a child.
but like it was what I read in books or like magazines, and I could be jealous of the skinny, tiny models on magazines, and now I'm jealous of like every girl like on social media who's trying to do this, that, and the other thing. There's so much pressure for young kids to look a certain way because guys do or girls do, or to act a certain way because guys, and again the bullying. It's not why kids commit a lot of violence is because they were bullied when they were younger by teachers, by students, by whoever.
Yeah.
And a lot of it's online and digital now.
And it's suicide. And Kelly, and besides they're beating up kids and stuff, the suicide rates for children
Absolutely.
has skyrocketed. It's insane.
And I don't know that yes, there should be a police officer or a veteran armed in your school to help protect you for other safety reasons, not just for school shootings and stuff, to help make you feel safe. But that shouldn't be the only focus. Like, kids are our future. Kids are going to make our future, make the new world. We have AI now. There's so many things that they're creating with what's the thing where the 3D printing thing.
Oh, yeah.
The
Oh, man.
AI, like there's all this stuff that they could create, and a lot of people are starting to share their true selves on social media, so it's not like all bad.
Yeah.
Like comedians are getting to you get to reach a wider audience and enlighten people and help bring a smile to their face. And kids are creating things too and getting to share that through social media from the get-go because they're exposed to it so young.
Got you.
And I feel like there's just so much they could be focusing on creative-wise instead of being worried about getting killed in their school.
Yeah, no, I agree. Shamar, you want to say something?
I might be a little bit stoic or a little bit hard on this whole situation.
Well, I want to hear it.
But honestly, I genuinely think that everything starts with personal accountability. I think when we take the fact that what happens to our kids, what happens to us, what happens to our property is on us.
Okay.
I think that's where we'll get a sense of true north. Our compass will be realigned.
Okay.
See, the problem isn't guns. The problem isn't bullying. The problem is the fact that nobody is willing to nut up and take care of their kids, teach their kids how to deal with conflict. Conflict resolution is a big thing when it comes to the brain.
Yeah.
If you don't know how to handle your problems, you are gonna lash out.
Yeah.
You're gonna act out in ways that are not good for the general population or good for society.
Got you.
Right. So, what's one of the issues that we brought up here? We talked about guns and the kids being bullied. Right. That was one of the
bully
issues
the
here.
internet, TikTok, and everything like
Right.
that. Yeah.
If my kid is bullied, I'm teaching my kid, hey, you learn how to approach somebody and talk to somebody and say, hey, you're not gonna treat me like that.
Yeah.
And if they want to fight you, you fight back.
Okay.
You understand?
Got you.
And I'm not telling you to go grab a weapon, but I'm telling you to stand up for yourself. If the problem needs to escalate, don't let it escalate past fists. If it goes past fists, you come talk to me as the parent, and guess what? We gonna move the situation around.
I got
we
you.
gonna change the pieces on the chessboard. I'm not just gonna have you sitting in that mess.
Yeah.
As a parent who cares about his kid.
Yeah, but
Go
ahead.
We have so much great content here at Valuetainment. Like, you can gain a lot of wisdom and gems out there. And then we have one lady named Jedediah Bila, and she talks about the matrix, the way that the system and the powers that be work. And she has said the reason why capitalism is so important and why making money is so important is because when you get money, you can change the reality around you. You don't have to say, I'm gonna put my kid in this public school because it's all I can afford and it's all that I can do right now at this time. You're not at the whim of the world. The world starts to move to your whim. And this is why I think the message that we have here a lot of times at Valuetainment, capitalism and pushing people to go further. And when you see these dumb articles about we need more underachievers.
Yeah.
You remember this? Like,
I was on that podcast.
it's ridiculous.
It's unbelievable.
We've pushed this victim mentality, this lack of accountability for too long.
Yep.
When we see it, and this shooter, she's mad at the school for how they treated her maybe when she was a kid. She hasn't taken any accountability in her life, or he or she or whatever the hell they are.
I'm having, that's a whole different conversation.
That's a whole nother conversation.
Yeah.
It really pisses me off. A lot of the things in the world really piss me off, and I'm a quiet dude, but you put a mic in front of me, I can let it spit.
And that's why we got, and Shamari, hold on, especially coming from me, bro, I appreciate the passion. I think from what you're saying too is about the accountability. I take a step back, Christy, as well. I go, you know what? You know what's happening? Because I see that shit all the time. These parents are getting lazy as shit.
Lazy.
Hold on, you know why lazy, dog? Because of this phone, the iPads, bro. Let me explain something to you. I've been in houses where for hours, 6 hours, barbecue, whatever, dog. Their parents, ain't nobody talking to no kid. They're like, get the hell out of here, do that.
The kids be like this.
Dude, yeah. Yeah. And are you ready for this? And not, because I know we keep talking about valuetainment and stuff like that. I go to Pat's crib, they're reading. Dude, listen to me. Pat's kids are like this with books. I haven't seen one iPad in that house. They're engaging each other.
Book?
They're talking to each other. This, Tico read, his older son, read a 600-page book in 4 days. Let me explain something to you. I threw up when I read the first page.
You have never in your life.
I haven't read anything like that. When it goes to that, and I think because we're wrapping up right now till we go to our next segment, I think the laziness is showing 100%, and like parents, that's their escape. And this is where the shift. And I'm gonna. You tell me if you felt this, Chrissy. 'Cause I mean, I'm older than the majority of you, but a generation or two after mine. Disciplining your kids. And I hate when people always go, Vinnie, you talk about hitting your kids? Nah, dog. Disciplining. My mother, I never was beaten. I never bled. Yeah, they hit me with I love Junior's, the wooden
chancla?
spoons. Yeah. But guess what? I knew when they said don't touch this, I knew when they're they're missing this because those kids, they kept doing this. So the parent was like, no, don't do that. And then one day that turned into, hey, you know what, Dad? I'm a girl today. And the father's like, go for it, Jimmy. Oh, you want to become one? Dude, it's the it always.
Let me share you a little story, right? So I was in the gifted program as a kid, right? And
I was in special ed.
Were you really?
I was on the upper side of special ed. Anyway, so let me wrap it up quick. Right? Yes.
I love it.
I can go in on that too, but I'm not going there.
Go ahead.
The point is, right, so my dad always said, his thing was, if I get called and I gotta leave work, that's your ass.
Oh, God. Of course.
And so one day it finally turned into my ass because one of the teacher called her in and we had a parent-teacher conference, and I'm sitting in the corner just like this, and my dad, as soon as the lady's finished talking, imagine Christy's like the teacher, as soon as she's finished talking, my dad literally turns to me and just starts,
in front of everybody.
in front of both of the teachers.
Yeah.
I'd be like,
To the point where the teacher's like, yo,
listen, we're not gonna call the cops, but chill.
you need like a happy medium between the two.
And mind you,
it was perfect. You know why it was perfect? Because I never got a call home ever fucking
and Shamari, that's what's lacking. And Chrissy, you're being a Cuban.
Oh my gosh. Bro. See, my mother was never that athletic, but when it came to her throwing the chancleta,
forget it.
It was like a boomerang. Like she would throw it and it would come back to her, and I was very impressed. But that I would get, they were called tapabocas, which it was just pretty much like a nice little hit
One in the mouth.
Those like hard ones.
And you learn.
And I was like,
and listen, I'm talking about we need to
It
bring
just-
back. We need to bring back
Yeah.
that little like. Okay.
a
anyway.
little. It's like being checked. That's it.
It's a
Just
check,
a little
it's a
check.
check.
You know what's the worst
you
part
know?
too?
Yeah.
The anticipation.
Oh.
When
Yes.
you know you're gonna get the ass whooping,
It changes-
and you like sitting there in bed
When-
like, I hope I go
You
to
know
sleep.
what?
Let me go
my
to sleep.
God.
I
Do
need
your
to go to
parents
sleep.
do it? Do your parents do it when they're like, if you don't want,
And the cupbearers are
coming
holding back.
around the corner.
Oh
and
my
you hear the
God.
jingle of the buck. Oh,
See, we need more of that
You
again.
know what? You know this? Kids today will never hear those. Listen to me. When I say priceless, amazing words, wait until your father gets home.
Yeah.
I would be like this, Mom. Instant crying, please. I'll lick, I'll kiss your feet, I'll clean.
Mama,
and
please
then
don't tell
Mother,
Daddy, Mama,
he'd
please.
walk in, and she didn't tell him yet. And I was just like, I'll do it. I'll give you cash.